Good evening, everyone. Or good afternoon. No, this is sad. No. We're here to mourn the loss of of good Best Picture winners. It was a good run. Sorry, I'm crying. I don't know where I don't know where things went wrong. It was so sudden. But like the 2010s had some great it was a streak of lots of really good Best Picture winners. But the 2020s for some reason have not been so good. I like Coda quite a bit. I love Oppenheimer. But this decade, for the most part, has been quite a dud, if I'm going to be completely honest. I can't believe it's come to this. Wait, I just realized I need to put up the chat highlight over here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Do you have any words for today? Today being the death of cinema. It all changed when the Everything Everywhere Nation attacked. No, it was when the Nomad Land Nation attacked. Hello, Mr. Hannahcast. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much, Annie Rude. Oh. And thank you so much, Annie Rude, for the donation. This will definitely help with the funeral expenses. My funeral peace offering. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot. That means a lot coming from you. Sorry, I'm crying. Anyways, everyone, give Annie Rude some blue Hannahcast heart emojis, but also we're doing it while sad, so thanks, Annie Rude. Thanks. It's like I could still hear Sinners' voice. I know. Or really just any good movie's voice. What happened to good movies in Best Picture? I personally love this decade of film and Best Picture winners. Oh, well, isn't it great to be you? I'm kidding. God, I'm just being... no, that's fine. If you like this movie, fine, but, yeah. What is PTA working on next? Hopefully not a comedy. Let's see. What else? What was your pick in the Everything Everywhere year? The Fablemans. The Fablemans was my pick. The Fablemans would have been my pick. Actually, I just realized. Honestly, maybe I could change... Ugh, The Illusion. I'm sorry. Actually, screw it. I'm ruining it. Whatever. It'll say like this. Did Brad Pitt attend the Oscars yesterday? I have no idea. Maybe Fincher wins Best Director for the Cliff Booth movie. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Even though I incorrectly predicted Masaku, I'm not upset about Madigan winning. I do agree with Brian Rowe that it's a win that will likely age well. I mean, yeah, she would have been my vote. It just, like, man, it's just the Sinners loss. Like, Sinners losing Best Picture. Or really just it had to be one battle. I don't know why. Again, that's why we're here. That's why we're here tonight, to mourn the loss of what cinema used to be. Good movies winning Best Picture. For the first time in 12 years, we have a two-way tie. Oh, yeah. When One Bite Left Another won casting last night, I imagine you saying, no, One Bite Left Another, no. I saw your reaction. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Unfortunately, here in Brazil, some people downplayed Cinema Valley's victory because it featured Hollywood actors and it was partially spoken in English, which, according to the rules, is valid. It still was, it was still a majority, like, Norwegian film. But not only that, it's also just, like, it just had a stronger Best Picture haul, and it was not controversial like Amelia Perez. It was just significantly well-liked. Maybe McDonough or Lord and Miller win Best Picture and Best Director next year, and Screenplay as well. I still have Nolan and The Odyssey predicted, but I'm not confident. I don't think Nolan's going to win again for The Odyssey. But as long as it's not weird, you know. As long as it's not weird. But yeah, it's like, But yeah, like, although I did really love, I did really love Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Banshees of Inisherin, so hopefully Wild Horse 9's great. Hopefully it's great. And I really hope I'll love Project Hail Mary. I've loved Lord and Miller's other movies. Oh, great. The film with the most noms is going to win. Amelia Perez is the exception. Yeah. Again, Amelia Perez would have won if it wasn't for the controversies. Like, it would have won if it weren't for those. Project Hail Mary is only getting visual effects next year, most likely. I don't know about, like, are we talking about in terms of wins or nominations? Because in terms of wins, I still don't think we should doubt Dune Part 3. We should not doubt Dune Part 3 in visual effects. If, like, it's still probably going to be in Best Picture. And even then, it's like the visual effects are still probably just going to surpass it. Probably. Do you think Ridley Scott can... Wait. Do you think Ridley can a director Oscar next year? Can win? Are you talking about Ridley Scott? I'm not going to bet on that. Ridley Scott, he just can't make an Oscar contending film. I just don't know what it is. I'm a Project Hail Mary disliker, sadly. Alright. But that's the thing. You gotta be able to separate your dislike of the movie from the predictions. Just like how I was able to do so with One Battle After Another. Because, like, Project Hail Mary, let me actually just look at its best pick, its reviews and stuff. Let me look at its reviews. Hold on a second. I am just going to make a few adjustments. Alright, yeah, there we go. Oops. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We don't have... oh, yeah. I'm probably not going to put up a goal today. I mean, if you guys still want to do super chats or memberships, hey, I'm going to, like, I'm not going to complain at all. But, like, we had a pretty damn good haul of memberships and all that yesterday. Like, I'm happy. I'm really happy about that. Project Hail Mary. Actually, I don't think the reviews are even up yet. I don't think. The reviews aren't up yet. Oh, wait. Oh, nope, they are. Never mind. Okay, yeah, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes with an 8.4 average and a letterbox staircase. It is so getting in. It is so going to get into Best Picture. So we already got one big contender. God, but the thing is, I have a lot of, like, big blockbusters predicted for Best Picture. Because I got Project Hail Mary, I got The Odyssey, I got Narnia. And I am I'm trying to think of, like, what else I'm looking out for. Oh yeah, Dune Part 3, there's also that. Do you see I Love Boosters being Demi Moore's weapons for next year? No, I don't think, like, the thing is, weapons, that's like a once in a long time kind of thing. I don't think that's going to happen again for a while. And I don't know, something about, I Love Boosters just doesn't make me feel confident in it. I just don't think so. Doesn't Narnia come out after Oscar voting? I don't think so, and even then, it's like they're going to have critics see it. They're gonna have industry people see it. Sort of like how, there are, like, always late releases that come out. So yeah, no, like, and even then, it's like Oscar voting is gonna happen in January, and by that point, Narnia will have been out. So it's like, I don't see if there's any reason. I don't think there's any reason to doubt Narnia right now. While I have serious doubts with Toy Story 5, I still have to predict it for animated feature because Toy Story movies never usually miss. I mean, that's the thing, they don't miss. And even when they do miss, it's really only like the first two because there was no best animated feature category. And you can make a good argument that those movies would have been nominated for Best Picture because they were like some of the most acclaimed films of the year. Hello, Luann Gabriel. I still have Cruise winning next year, but I heard Gosling gives an awards-worthy performance for Project Hail Mary, and if Digger doesn't do amazing, and Stan or Damon aren't strong, I might predict him to win. I have no idea what to do about Digger, because I still feel like there's a good chance Digger could be like Babylon, where everyone's thinking it's going to be a thing, but then it ends up not being a thing. Dune 3 might be like Avatar and get cinematography and sound and maybe visual effects. The problem is that like I have to trust Denis Villeneuve in that because I think it is going to get nominated for Best Picture because like one could make the argument well Avatar just kind of kept dipping down. Yeah, but also the reviews kept getting worse. Whereas with Dune, I mean, yeah, sure, the second Dune underperformed compared to the first one, but also so did Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Now, again, I'm not gonna say it's Dune Part 3 is Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, but however, I'm not gonna say that. But however, I do when you look at the Dune movies, Dune Part 2 was still more acclaimed than the first film. So, I think it's not going to have that much of a problem as long as Dune Part 3 is really well received. As long as it's really well received, I think it'll be fine. Dune 3 will get in and be a strong contender in my opinion. Yeah, I just have to stick with Dune Part 3. I have to stick with it. I'm locking in The Odyssey for adapted screenplay. I think it's going to get nominated. I don't know if it's going to win. Again, I'm not completely sure if that's going to happen. I mean, I think it is going to get nominated for adapted screenplay. I mean, I don't think it's going to win, but yeah. How's the coping going? Oh, the coping is going fine. We're kind of we're in the middle of a funeral right now, so, So yeah, we're all just kind of coping, and we're trying to deal with the loss that we have of bad movies. No, we're coping with the loss of good movies winning Best Picture. Like, it's kind of an unfortunate loss, but, you know, all good things must come to an end, I think. So, yeah. Oop. Oh. I won't do Best Picture predictions until August. Here's the thing. Oh wait, oops. I'm gonna take down that goal. I'm still gonna do Oscar predictions. And here's the thing. I don't know when I'm gonna start doing the early Oscar predictions, but just like last year, what I'm going to do is, you know, when it comes to a certain month, when it comes to like any kind of given month, I might start early Oscar predictions in April. I might start in April. You know, week 1's gonna be Best Picture. Week 2's gonna be, what is it? Best Director and Screenplay, like Director in the Screenplay categories. Week 3 will be the acting categories plus casting, and then week 4 will be below the line categories. So that's how it's gonna be from here until we get to award season. Doomsday costume design, maybe? I don't know. I can't really predict that. Because, like, the only, like, other, like, really, Marvel movies only really seem to get nominated for visual effects, which visual effects is going to be really interesting. And also, we can talk about Oscar predictions still. Like, actually, do I think Star Wars The Mandalorian Grogu's going to happen? I don't know. It looks rather weird. But I'm sure as hell not going to predict Supergirl to get a nomination, because no, they hate DC. Honestly, maybe I could just go with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Why not? Craziest moments of last night? Well, in terms of stuff that was like, whoa, I'd probably say the tie. Like the live action short film actually ending in a tie was really nuts. Like, wow. Like, in a year like this, we're actually getting a tie. Spider-Man No Way Home was the worst visual effects nod ever. Oh, no. I don't think so by any means. I think there was lots of really cool effects in there, especially the Doctor Strange stuff. Like, no, there's been far worse than this. Like, there's been far worse than Spider-Man No Way Home. Far worse. I mean, in terms of competition, I'd probably say, like, Tenet is one of the worst, because, like, there was, I mean, not that the effects were bad, but there was barely any visual effects in there. It's like, you know, like, it was just, and what visual effects there were, it was mostly just, like, small stuff that most movies can do. I mean, that year was already, like, terrible for visual effects, because, like, all the competition was gone. And also, Mulan was, like, not a great visual effects winner. I don't know, or nominee, I should say. Even Sinners, I don't think really needed a visual effects nomination. I don't really. I love Sinners, but it's not that, again, the effects weren't bad, but they weren't, like, mind blowing really. Do you think the new requirement for voting may have played a factor in the tie? Maybe. Yo! Thank you so much, Zechariah, for the super chat. Everyone, thank Zechariah and put, like, blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Zechariah. Thanks. Why did Michael B. Jordan win? I ask because his performance wasn't brought up often when Sinners came out, or even The Winter. He wasn't the frontrunner. I mean, look, I think I think what it ultimately came down to is, like, there were people who were passionate about his performance, and it was a difficult role to pull off, or roles to pull off. And also, you have to keep in mind, you know, Marty Supreme was not really popular. It ultimately ended up going home with 0 Oscars. So you have that combined with Sinners, which was very passionate amongst the Academy. And it seems like they weren't, and since Leo DiCaprio was just not really winning anything, they felt, you know what? Let's give Michael B. Jordan an Oscar. He was very good in the movie. So it's like, I think that's kind of what was going, yeah. I think AJ put it best. Sinners was a top 2 player and Marty Supreme wasn't. Yeah, the fact that it went home empty-handed shows that even though it seems like they appreciate Marty Supreme, but they didn't really latch onto it. But let's see. If Sinners didn't exist, I think Leo would have gotten a second Oscar. Probably, I think. Probably, yeah. Like, maybe that would have happened. Again, I was always kind of wondering, is Timmy going to win? Because, Marty Supreme is not like a top 5 contender. Voting time period also helped Jordan. Oscar voting was happening when the SAG ceremony was held. Yeah. I think that's also true. Like the SAG Awards really did help out Michael B. Jordan's case right there. I would have liked to have seen Wagner win. He would have been a great winner too. Like, I wouldn't complain about him, but, like, admittedly, it did feel good to see Sinners win as much as it could. I just wish it would have gotten a little bit more, So Gosling, Cruise, and Damon are the top best actor guesses right now for 2027. I'm not sure. I'm not even exactly sure how strong the Odyssey is going to be as an acting player. I mean, obviously we all know that KJ Apa is going to be the best actor sweeper for Jimmy. Oh, I have a right to serve my country. Like, obviously everyone knows he's going to win that. Honestly, again, I feel like... I mean... Wait, oops. Yeah, like, we all know Jimmy... We all know Jimmy, the Jimmy Stewart biopic is going to be sweeping the Oscars next year. Obviously, we know that. Okay, now what is your thought about Amy Madigan winning the Oscar? I thought it was deserved. I didn't think she was actually going to pull it off. I did not think, like, Amy Madigan would pull it off. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I'm happy, but, like, it went against all the stats. Also, Zechariah, thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone, give Zechariah some blue Hannahcast heart emojis in chat. Thanks, Zechariah. Thanks. Is the Academy done with Sean Penn now? I don't know. I don't know. Like, you never know where the Academy's gonna go, but I don't know. But I will say it was kind of sad to see, like, Kieran Culkin, because apparently he was looking excited to he was looking really excited to, like, present Best Supporting Actor to the next winner, and he wasn't really able to do that because Sean Penn didn't show up. I hope they bring him back next year to actually pass the baton off, because it's like, I like that tradition of, passing the baton to someone else. I have the new Hunger Games song in the running to win the Oscar. Do you think Wuthering Heights could pull a costume nom? Wuthering Heights and costumes, I'm not sure. Because let's see, you have the Odyssey, Narnia. I still think Dune is in contention right now, so you have to keep that in mind. I don't know exactly what Wild Horse 9 is going to look like, so I'm not sure. Saturn Return? Actually, no, Saturn Return I don't think is a period or sci-fi film. I don't know. So I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of hard to figure out, like, where is everything going to be? But I don't know about the Hunger Games song. None of the Hunger Games movies have ever been nominated for any Oscars, and I don't think the new ones are going to, you know, are gonna do anything. The Grogu bit with Kate Hudson was great. I don't know why everyone was harping on it. Wait, people are harping on it? I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I gotta say, as a ceremony, other than the speeches being rudely cut off, which that was stupid, I really liked everything. I liked a lot of the other parts of the ceremony. Like, Conan was a great host. I thought his bits were really good. I will say I do think Adrian Brody's bit for his monologue was really funny, like how he was making fun of himself taking forever. So I like that. So overall it was a pretty good show, but again, I really just wanted, you know, I really wanted I just really wanted Sinners to win. Let's see. I also like how they had the K-pop Demon Hunters characters holding the Oscar during animated feature speech. That was a cute detail. Wait, I didn't see that. I actually did not see that. That sounds cute. No one brought up about how Adrian Brody took the gum out of his mouth, put it back in his mouth, then didn't wash his hands, so his hands had his germ/saliva and his gummy hands touched Michael B. Jordan's Oscar. Oh yeah, I don't think he really thought about that. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Bro is a strange person. Maybe in a 2-horse race, the strong movie theory is true, but with a 3-way race and Madigan being a passion pick, plus Weapons did technically get a PGA nom, as the Oscar expert said. But the problem is, this has failed us before. Because look at the Jamie Lee Curtis year. Because you had the top. I do think Banshees of Inisherin was like top 2 for best. If Everything Ever All at Once was not nominated for Best Picture, I think Banshees of Inisherin would be winning. So, with that in mind, I actually do feel like that was a 3-horse race because you had Jamie Lee Curtis, you had Carrie Condon, and you had Angela Bassett. And ultimately, stronger film theory worked there. So I think really it's like, this is just like the whole Amy Madigan thing was just really hard to figure out. I think this is an anomaly we're not really going to be able to explain. I think Disney has a runner-up chance with Hoppers this year. Probably will give it to an indie film again, though. I don't know, because I don't know if you know this, but Disney's also got Toy Story 5 coming. So I feel like Toy Story 5 is going to be like that Best Picture frontrunner next year. Not Best Picture. That animated feature frontrunner next year. Toy Story 5 seems weak. We thought Toy Story 4 could be weak, and look what happened. Like, it won. I don't want to doubt Toy Story until I see evidence of that happening. Like, I have to, probably be The Incredibles 2 this year, but we don't know that. Like, and even then, The Incredibles 2 was not as acclaimed and not as strong as Toy Story 4. Like, again, unless the reviews are significantly worse than the other Toy Story movies, unless they're significantly worse, I can't back down from Toy Story. Because it's like, I have to assume it's going to win. Since the movie's centerpiece was I Lied to You, were you never worried about its odds for Best Picture? Wait. Since the movie's centerpiece was I Lied to You, were you ever worried about its odds for Best Picture when it was still losing to Golden during the race? I don't know if that was what I was worried about. I mean, because even then I still thought One Battle After Another was still very strong. Who are you picking between Cillian Murphy, Brendan Fraser, and Adrien Brody? All for the lead actor winners? I'm gonna be real. Probably Brendan Fraser. I like, it might be a hot take, but I thought he was pretty phenomenal in that film. Yeah, as long as the reviews don't suck, Toy Story 5 will be fine. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Toy Story 5 is going to be fine unless, like, unless the reviews are, like, down significantly. Like, even if it gets, like, low 90s, I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good for Toy Story. Toy Story 4 came out in a weak year, and this is looking to be strong for animation. Weak year? We're talking about a year that had How to Train Your Dragon 3, Missing Link, Klaus, I'm trying, like, there was also I Lost My Body, but, you know, I didn't like that movie, but a lot of other people did. Trying to think of, like, what else came out. Frozen 2 was not enough. Oh, wait, those were the four, like, the fifth one was Toy Story 4. So, like, no, 2019 was very strong for animation. It was very strong for animation. I feel like Toy Story 5 already has a more interesting concept than 4. As long as it's not, you know, considered a big downgrade, I feel like it's almost a lock at this point. I can never say lock because I don't know. There's like Wildwood. I'm still wondering what's going to happen with that. Like if that's going to be like a big contender. But right now, I think the safe bet is to go with Toy Story. That's the best bet to make. Missing Link. Like Missing Link came out that year. Yeah, and that was also a big contender. Diane Warren versus Randy Newman next year. Oh yeah, Randy Newman's gonna get nominated. Actually, I just realized, maybe we could probably start putting together some predictions right here. Diane Warren. I know there was a movie. I know that there was like some sort of. Yeah, I know that there's some sort of song with you know, like there's some sort of, oh, there it is, Somewhere We All Belong, which is some random film, some random animated film that no one knows about, but Diane Warren's doing the song, so she's gonna get nominated there. What if Toy Story has high 80s and Wildwood has high 90s? Okay, then yeah, Toy Story's fucked at that point. Toy Story is fucked. Wait. No way you're already predicting next year's Oscars less than 24 hours after this year's ceremony ended. Yeah, I am. Like, look, you can get some predictions right. You can't. Like, people always say, like, oh, it's too early. It's like, it's never too early. It's never too early. You can absolutely get some things right. Like, let's take a look at last year. Last year, there were some things I got right. Let me look at my early predictions from that year. What did I do? Was it number 2? What did I do for this? Okay, so I had no predictions that day. All right, what about the 3rd? Okay. Yeah, my first predictions from that year, I still got some things right. You know, I got, like, yeah, I got 4 out of 10 in my first attempt. I mean, look, hey, 4 out of 10 in my first attempt's not that bad, and I still had Marty Supreme in there. Like, at number 11, Frankenstein was still in the list, although, again, I didn't really know where that was going to go, but yeah. Our first lock, Diane Warren. Yeah, that's the thing. You only have to, like, when it comes to the Oscar nominations, you always know that Diane Warren will take up one of those slots. It doesn't matter what movie it is. It could be just some random bullshit that no one even knows about, but she's going to get nominated for it regardless. Springsteen just straight up dipped immediately after release. Yeah. Actually, let me look and see what I did have. Oh yeah, Jay Kelly. Man, that, like, flopped so bad. Smash. I really should have gone with Marty Supreme, but I think with Marty Supreme, I was still kind of worried, like, are they really going to respond well to it? Because people might be turned off by it. And I guess it did hurt it in terms of, you know, wins. Because it didn't win anything, but yeah. Michael for Best Makeup and Best Musical Score. I don't know if... we don't have Best Musical Score. We don't really have that. We have Best Original Score. But I don't know if we're going to get that. And also, even then, I'm not really confident in Michael. I'm really not. Because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like this Michael Jackson biopic is not going to be as good as people think. So that's kind of my worry. Yeah. After the Hunt crashed and burned. Oh yeah, it did. It like so badly that it was even shortlisted for the Razzies. If you look at my Razzie shortlist reaction video, like people like the Razzies like almost nominated that movie. Is KJ Apa a legit prediction? No, it's a joke. I can't believe Andrew Garfield was almost Frankenstein. I mean, yeah, that would have been interesting. And again, he would have been great too. He would have been great. Because he's still Andrew Garfield. But admittedly, it would be kind of strange considering Andrew Garfield is like, what, 5'8" or something? He's like 5'8" or 5'10". I think he's 5'10", whereas Jacob Elordi is 6'5". So it's like, of course he's going to, of course he's going to be a lot more of an imposing figure. Saying biopics are iffy for me now after these Oscars. It really just depends on the biopic. It depends on... What I always look for is who's directing it. And the reason why I'm not predicting Michael's because of Antoine Fuqua. He has never had a film crack Best Picture, and he's a very, very, very hit or miss director. Very hit or miss. So I just don't feel like I'm confident enough to say, hey, I think Michael's going to get in for Best Picture. No, I'm not confident because of the director. Renate Reinsva is heavily predicted by the award expert community to win Best Actress next year. She currently has 64% of users predicting her to win. What do you think about her chances? For Fjord, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know anything about Fjord. So I can't really be that confident in it. I just can't. Good God, Jacob Elordi is huge. I didn't know that. Yeah, no, he's a big dude. Yeah, compare Fuqua to Mangold, and it's a world of a difference. Yeah, that's the problem. I think that's also why I shouldn't have predicted Springsteen, because with Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere, like, director for that film was also very hit or miss. Like, the closest he got to a Best Picture nomination was Crazy Heart, which didn't happen. Everything else he's done was, like, very, very hit or miss. So it's like, you know, it was not really, it was not really an apt compare. Like, Springsteen was not a good bet to make, in hindsight. And I gotta keep into consideration that with Michael. It's like, okay, we got a hit or miss director. Because, James Mangold, whenever he, does a prestige film, it gets Oscar nominations. It becomes a big success. Could Willem Dafoe be a contender for Late Fame? From what I've heard from people who have seen Late Fame, no one seems to care about it, so I'm going to assume no. Fjord is looking like Marriage Story meets sentimental value. I've heard, again, I just don't know anything about it, so I just can't quite say it. Too sad that The Bride flopped. Though I think Buckley would be a Globe-only scenario. Maybe, but I don't know. I could probably also see the Razzies just kind of going for her just because. I do think, wait, wow, people just are not predicting The Bride for makeup. I don't know what's the issue. Like, what's the issue with trying to predict The Bride for makeup? I think that could happen. Maybe I could put Digger up at number 2, but it's also just like, I don't really know what's going to happen with this film. I don't know exactly what that's going to be like. The director of Fjord has directed 2 Palm winners. Yeah. Again, I just need to see what the response is, really. I just found out Martin Scorsese making a movie about Jesus. What? Didn't he already do that? He already did The Last Temptation of Christ. I'm really excited. Now, granted, this is not the actual poster for the film, but I'm really excited for Clayface. Hello, Joey Herrera. He's doing a movie called Life of Jesus. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever actually going to get made because, Scorsese doesn't really, Scorsese, he's always announcing a bunch of movies, but most of them never come out. Imagine Ludwig potentially winning a 4th Oscar next year. Oh, I'd be happy. I'd be real happy about that. Oh, yeah, John Williams, you gotta predict John Williams to get nominated for that. For Disclosure Day. Ludwig for Mando and Grogu, not Odyssey chances. Oh yeah, I might as well put, Ludwig Göransson in there for the Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, might as well. But we all know John Williams is going to get nominated for Disclosure Day, all right? Let's just be real here. Let's be real here. John Williams will absolutely be nominated for Disclosure Day. Facts. John Williams is a lock, too. Same with Ludwig Göransson. I don't want to say lock for The Odyssey, because we don't exactly know how the movie's going to turn out. Because, like, you know, Ludwig still didn't get nominated for Tenet, but we don't know. Ugh. I don't want to bring up the comment, but I know there's been, like, some back and forth between pundits where they're, like, shitting on each other for not having good predictions, and these are very, very, very big pundits. I don't really want to bring that drama here because I feel like we shouldn't be doing that. Like, I really don't feel like, how do I describe it? I really don't think pundits like that should be getting into public disputes over something like this. Like, even if we know someone is, like, so wrong about something, like, ridiculously wrong, like, we shouldn't be acting like that we're, you know, we're taking it personally, if that makes sense. And, like, I don't know. That's just something that I've been seeing on Twitter. Like, there's, like, again, if you know Twitter, you know who I'm talking. I'm not gonna name names, but it's like, guys, what are we doing, man? We can't be just throwing insults like at one another for making predictions. Like, it's just like we shouldn't be doing this. I don't think they will. He won for Black Panther, lost for Wakanda Forever. To be fair, he didn't get nominated for Wakanda Forever, so it's not like it's not like he lost. It's just he didn't even get nominated. He won for Oppenheimer and just won for The Odyssey. At best, he will get nominated if it does well. I mean, look, if The Odyssey's really freaking good and everyone loves it, he could win again. We'll just have to see, but I'm not sure. It would be so funny Dune Messiah is eligible for a score while the second one wasn't. I mean, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with that, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. I'm predicting Disclosure Day is a fool's errand. Can happen, but probably won't. Here's the thing. I am willing to bet on Disclosure Day for Best Picture. Because one could argue, well, it's still like a big blockbuster. I mean, maybe, but it's also not like action-y. It looks like it's trying to take itself a lot more seriously, like something like Closer Encounters of the Third Kind. And Arrival. It feels like one of those, and if it is more of a drama sci-fi film, I feel like it can get in. I do feel like it could get in for that. Is there any musical film this year?
Vic Varghese says, you don't have any international films in picture.
Oh, okay. I was trying to, like, figure out something. I was trying to figure out, like, how I could, apply all this, but I don't know. But yeah, any musical films this year. I feel like what's going to happen, like, I don't know, like, 'cause, like, the Jesse Eisenberg thing, that's a musical, technically. Is Michael a musical? I mean, it's also a musical, it's a musical biopic, so I don't know. So I don't know if there's, like, any straight-up musicals other than the Jesse Eisenberg film. Jesse Eisenberg's film is a musical. Cry to Heaven will have musical elements. Oh, alright. Again, I don't know anything about Cry to Heaven. I need to learn more about these. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really awaiting the Oscar Experts video on the Best Picture you know, on the early Best Picture predictions, because I need some insight. I need insight about these movies because I don't know what is happening. Why is Jimmy in your predictions? Looks like low quality, straight right-wing garbage Christian movie. I think it should be obvious that it's a joke, like sort of like how like last year. What was it? Like I had sort of like how I had War of the Worlds at the bottom of the list for Best Picture, and the year before that I had you know Madam Web for Best Picture. In the previous year I had Morbius. It's like I think it's pretty obviously a joke. Oh yeah, Moana live action is technically a musical even if it's a remake. Oh yeah, that's going to be a no nominations movie. No nominations whatsoever. That's just not going to happen. What is Saturn Return? Saturn Return is the next film from Greg Quidar and Clint Bentley, the same guys who did Sing Sing and Train Dreams. And it's Netflix. I have a feeling one of these days, Greg Quidar and Clint Bentley are going to have like a Best Picture winning film one of these days, because Sing Sing got close and Train Dreams finally got a nomination. These two, I feel like, are going to like make. I think they might end up being staples of Oscar season as long as they make very, you know, just like as like I like. I feel like these two are like very like like they could very much be like Oscar staples. We'll have to see. Train Dreams and Sing Sing were fantastic. Oh, definitely, especially Sing Sing. Oh, Sing Sing. That should have been nominated for Best Picture. Oh my god. Disney gets costume nods sometimes. Sure, but like I don't know. I mean. Like, I don't know, what could be in the running for costume design? The Odyssey, sure. Narnia, Werewolf, Michael, maybe. Dune Part 3. I don't know what Cry to Heaven is. I don't know if that's actually, like, is this, like, a period piece, or is it not? Oh, 18th century? Oh, say no more. Wuthering Heights, Devil Wears Prada. Jack of Spades. Is this a period piece? Oh, okay. Yep. Definitely want to put this, on the spotlight. The Bride. That could be something worth looking at. Actually, Digger. Let me look at this. The most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove he is humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. Okay, this looks rather contemporary, so I don't know. Wait, I just realized. Who is writing this movie? So it's not Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. Okay, so this guy wrote Okay, so he wrote Birdman. Oh, okay. So, looks like we... Oh, okay, so we got 4 writers here. Ah, damn, okay. So he wrote Bardo. Okay, I'm just not really sure where this is going, to be honest. Actually, is Wild Horse 9 a period piece? I need to know. 1973? Oh, okay, so 1973, maybe. That could be a thing. Adventures of Cliff Booth? Sure, why not? Sense and Sensibility? Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Moana's going to get nominated. Digger's either going to be Bardo or a top 3 contender. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's going to be really interesting to see where this goes, to be honest. I'm very curious about this one. I heard Markiplier was at the Oscars last night. He was! Odds on Look Back being an international. I need the story to do. I need to do the story. I need them to do the story well. They snubbed the animated film last year. I'd be interested because I really did love the Look Back movie that we got a couple years ago. I am very curious to see how the new film will do, especially if it premieres at Cannes. Well, glad that One Battle After Another One picture gives a huge message about freedom. I mean, I do like its message, but that's not necessarily what makes a Best Picture winner to me. I mean, obviously, I don't want a movie to have a bad message. I don't want that, no. But it's like, for me, I look at the movie itself, like, you can have a really good message, but if the movie itself isn't very good, then it doesn't really matter at that point how good the okay, well, again, a movie with inherently a bad message, I don't think is going to be a good movie, but a movie with a good message could still be bad, and if it's a bad movie, then I don't really want winning Best Picture, if that makes sense. Wuthering Heights might seem obvious now, but we know how the Academy sometimes when they don't like a movie, plus it being an early release, so they don't like it, plus early release. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Wuthering Heights is going to get a costume design nomination. Makeup is like one of the few categories where it doesn't matter, which is why I still have The Bride in for makeup, because it's like, I know they didn't do Wicked, but also, we've never seen the Academy snub a film so much like Wicked for Good. Like, that was like straight up a coordinated thing. I don't know what happened there, but still. Did you see what Javier Bardem said yesterday at the Oscars? Oh yeah, he said no to war-free Palestine. Hell yeah, I love that. And the Oscars didn't censor it, so hey, that was neat. Is 1949 coming out this year? I don't really know what 1949 is, to be honest. I mean, it's probably down here, I think. 1949. Oh yeah, Pavel Pawlikowski. Again, the third movie this year was Sandra Hüller. I don't know how this movie's gonna turn out, to be honest. Because usually international directors don't come back again, so I'm not sure. If Daniel Day-Lewis still alive, he should make a comeback. He was in a movie last year called Anemone, which sadly no one saw, even though he was worthy of an Oscar nomination for it. Scream actress said the same thing and got blacklisted. Yeah, that was really a shame. I don't know if she's even blacklisted anymore. I mean, she's probably blacklisted over at Paramount because, Paramount sucks now. But, I think we're getting into an era now where it's not as taboo to say that. So it's it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like, she stood her ground and, she helped, she helped make it stronger for everyone else to say the same thing, and I hope that one day she gets retribution, is able to come back stronger than ever. Even though, again, she's still working. It's not like she's just not working and stuff anymore. She clearly is. But one of these days, I hope I really hope one of these days she gets her due. We need Lin-Manuel Miranda to write an Oscar bait musical. That'd be neat. I one of these days Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to win an Oscar. It just depends on when. Oh, gonna head out. Thanks, Christian. See you next live. Bye, Green Paradise. Bye. Bye, Green Paradise. Didn't How Far I'll Go win original song? No. It was nominated, but City of Stars from La La Land ended up winning. Joachim Trier came back. I mean, yeah, but he also wasn't nominated. His film wasn't nominated for Best Picture before, and he wasn't nominated for Director before. Lin-Manuel fumbling his Oscar by not submitting We Don't Talk About Bruno has to go down as top 5 Oscar fumbles of the last decade. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Disney's call. I think that was Disney that did that. Disney were the ones that didn't submit We Don't Talk About Bruno. I think they were the ones that fumbled that. Oh, wait, looks like we're getting a trailer for Dune tomorrow. For Dune Part 3. Question, why were people skeptical of Hamnet at the start of the race? I think even I was skeptical at first because I wasn't really sure what to make of it. I think we didn't really know what to do because it's like Chloe Zhao, she won Best Director and Best Picture for Nomadland, but then she did Eternals, and I don't know if you could really say that was a Marvel hack job because they did it was said that Eternals, I think Kevin Feige said that Eternals was the first Marvel film where he gave most of the creative control to the director, and she didn't really turn out a great film. I mean, I really liked it, but most people did not. It was the first MCU film to get bad reviews. So people weren't really, I think what was going on is people weren't really sure what to make of Hamnet. Is this going to work? But I feel like I should have had more faith in it considering it was Steven Spielberg producing. Because usually, if Steven Spielberg is producing a film, straight, not executive producing, but producing, the movie should be fine. So I feel like I should have had more faith in it. Oh yeah, you can still do a Bly Sinners Bye, but sad and mournful. You're right. Bye, sinners. Bye. Do you have Melania 2026 film being Oscar contender? Oh yeah, I just realized I could also put in Melania at the bottom. Again, it should be very clear this is a joke. Honestly, actually, I'm wondering. I need to figure out what the joke, I might need you guys' help to figure out what the joke slot should be at the bottom. If it should be Jimmy or if it should be Melania. This is gonna be what's gonna be for the year. Actually, let me actually put that. Let me start a poll real quick. I'm gonna put that as a poll. Yeah. What should be the joke best picture slot at the bottom of the list for the year? Jimmy or Melania? What's the controversy with Jimmy? I think it just looks bad and no one, like, it looks really, really bad and no one likes it. What's the song that's playing in the background? I don't know, just some sad funeral music. See, I wanted sad funeral music because today we're mourning the loss of good movies winning Best Picture. Hey, what was your favorite moment from the night? I'm not gonna lie, it was really cool seeing Sinners win Best Cinematography. And we had Autumn Doral Akopal become the first ever woman to win Best Cinematography. That was neat. That was sick. I love that. I'm just upset that it didn't win Best Picture. Again, that's why we're here today, mourning the loss of good movies winning Best Picture. Hello, so I could see that you're not feeling well about after what happened last night, mainly because of the one battle after another sweep. I only got about 67% of my predictions right according to the Award Expert app. Yeah. Love the shout out to all the other black actors who won before him. Yeah, that was neat, especially the Halle Berry one. Like that was great. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got 15 votes so far in the poll. The poll, and in case you don't know, the poll, right, what I have right here is what should be the joke best picture slot be at the bottom of the list for the year? Should it be Jimmy, should it be Jimmy, the Jimmy Stewart biopic that looks god-awful? It looks like it has really bad acting. Or should it be Melania? Should Melania be the joke best picture slot? 81%. Oh, now with 17 votes, we have 24% Jimmy and 76% Melania. You could feel the love in the room for a humble Michael. Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked his speech. I really liked that. Is Tracy Finity going to break out now in more roles? I hope so. She was one of the few parts about One Battle After Another that I did like. Even though I feel like she was put in the wrong category, I feel like it was so obvious she was a supporting role, considering she had less screen time than Sean Penn, who was in supporting actor. The current administration is not even worthy of being trolled. Meh, ignore Melania. I don't know. I think having Melania in there is funny. I think having Melania in there is funny. So with 18 votes, again, we have 28% Jimmy and 72% Melania. I think more people are going to know what Melania is, probably. But still. I look forward to seeing more Chase and Miles in the future. Same. Honestly, same. Nah, get Chase Infinity in a franchise slop film immediately. Hey, whoa, slop. Why do I have to use the word slop? We don't have to use the word slop. Rest in peace to Sinners. It was so close to not being the biggest Oscar loser in history with 12 losses. So I'm saying this to you. I mean, you're just pointing out facts and, you know, it shouldn't have been this way, but we are, again, today mourning the loss of good Best Picture winners, so, yeah. Actually, I just realized I could you know what? I might actually just bring Award Expert. over here. Oop. There we go. Did you see the Dune 3 Chalamet look? Oh yeah, I think I did. Let's take a look, shall we? Hold on a second. Just waiting on Twitter to load. Yeah, here we go. This is what Timothy Chalamet is going to look like in Dune Part 3. I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for Dune Part 3. I'm willing. Like I said, I'm willing to predict this for Best Picture. Is there a Dune 3 trailer today? No, there might be tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. Don't forget to mourn Wicked for Good, too, if you can. I mean, I didn't even really like Wicked for Good, so I don't need to mourn that film. Kevin O'Leary bet $1,000 that Chalamet would win. He's definitely lost that bet. True, but however, he could also wipe his ass with $1,000, so I would be happy, but like it's not going to mean much for him, sadly. Uh-oh. I need that Dune poster on my walls. It looks cool. I don't know if it's actually a poster. Really? I don't know if it's a poster. But, I mean, hey. When are you doing the pie in the face? Whenever I get money and I have to figure out a good time to do it. I have to figure out a good time to do it. But I will try to do that. I just don't really have money right now, so. What's your letterboxd? Same thing as here, the Hannahcast. Which actor or actress is next to join the 3 acting Oscars club? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Emma Stone could be a good contender for that. Wouldn't be too surprised if she did that. So, I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully Denzel Washington. I would love that. I would love that. What are your thoughts on the cat fight scene in Wicked for Good? Oh, that was like the worst scene in the entire film. It like everything about it it took what could have potentially been what could have been like a really heartbreaking scene, and then goofy haha, and it was just really stupid. I hated that. Wildwood for score and sound. I'm not willing to say that. Like, I don't want to risk an animated film getting more than one nomination right now. Because again, and even then, I don't like. It's gonna be tough because right now I think Toy Story 5 is the frontrunner for best animated feature. Could Dune Part 3 just be another technical contender only? I have no idea. Like, I don't think it's going to get director because they hate Denis Villeneuve or at least they hate blockbuster directors in Best Picture. Or no, well, they hate blockbuster directors for the most part if they're not winning. So I don't know. Can we give Harrison Ford another Oscar before he passes? Another one? He's never won an Oscar. Harrison Ford has never won an Oscar before. Do you think they will ever do a Best Voice Acting Oscar? I don't think so, because voice acting is eligible at the Oscars as is. It just has never happened yet. And I don't know. I feel like it should be hard to win an Oscar. And I don't know if I really need a voice acting category. I don't know if I really need that. I think to such icons as like Jeremy Irons as Scar. I mean, yeah, he was incredible in The Lion King. He was amazing in that film. But again, I don't know if a voice acting category is what's necessary right now. If Hilary Swank gets 3 acting Oscars, I don't know if she hasn't really been in anything, though. That's the problem. She hasn't really been in anything that's like, you know, a big Oscar player. Okay, so the trailer for Dune Part 3 apparently does release tomorrow. Hillary won so young, but so maybe if she gets the right role again. Sometimes it's about timing. Maybe. But again, it's just, they haven't given her anything. They just have not really given her any, like, good roles since then. Oh yeah, Doomsday. Yeah, I forgot. We're going to be getting Doomsday this year. Dune and Avengers Doomsday. Did you see the Brazilians review bombed at sentimental value because of one? Yeah, man, that sucks. Maybe Kate Blanchett. Maybe. Not impossible. She could be up there. Anthony Hopkins, maybe? I don't know. I mean, look, I don't want to be dooming, but I mean, Anthony Hopkins is getting up there. Like, it took him a long time for him to win his second Oscar, whereas, you know, someone like, actually, let me look it up. Yeah, whereas Emma Stone, like, she won her second Oscar, like in her mid-30s. So it's like, I feel like I don't know. I would love to see Anthony Hopkins win a third one, but I don't know. Time's not really in his favor right now. I want Delroy to get back to the Oscars. I mean, if he finds a good enough role, I mean, yeah. I feel like I really feel like what really killed him with, Da 5 Bloods is they campaigned him in lead actor. I never understood that. I thought he was so clearly a supporting role in that film, but everyone wanted to put him in lead actor. I think ultimately people just got confused because it's like, well, he's not a lead in the film, so I don't know. Frozen 3 for best song next year? Perhaps. I don't think it's coming out this year, though, right? I don't think Frozen 3 is coming out this year, right? I don't think so. I think it's coming out next year. Mahershala Ali. He could win a third Oscar. Sure, yeah. Christoph Waltz? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. December 31st. No way. Is that, wait, really? What? Nah, Frozen 3 is coming out, wait. Yeah, no, Frozen 3 is coming out next year, 2027. A fourth for Daniel Day-Lewis? I wouldn't mind. I mean, he's great. Again, it's just sad that Anemone went nowhere and he couldn't get nominated anywhere. It's like, Daniel Day-Lewis was so deserving of a Best Lead Actor nomination. Like, what the hell? Daniel Day-Lewis getting his fourth is likely. Maybe. But I don't know, he's also very, very picky with his movies, and he only, and he did come out of retirement to star in his son's movie. So, I don't know. Melania sweep 2026, yeah. Are you going to see Project Hail Mary this weekend? Probably not, because I don't have really any money to see it right now. Not really. So right now, as of the poll, 27 votes are in, and the majority says Melania should be the joke Best Picture slot at the bottom. Oh, Melania's winning original and adapted screenplay? Exactly. It's going to win everything. It's going to sweep the Oscars. I got Project Hail Mary winning visual effects and cinematography. I don't see any reason to doubt Dune in visual effects. I mean, Dune, I feel like, is just the visual effects movie. I think it's just going to be like Avatar. It's like, we can't really doubt Dune for visual effects. I mean, I do think Project Hail Mary is going to be big, but even then, I'm just not sure how much of a visual effects film it is. Have you seen both Frozen movies? If you did, how are they? I do like some of the songs, though, especially Elsa's songs. I probably like her songs more than the first Frozen. I think... I like the first Frozen. I don't love it. It's a little bit too cliched. I do really like Frozen 2. That's my hot take. I think Frozen 2 is better than the first one. What about the Odyssey for visual effects? The thing is, I don't know what visual effects are even going to be in the Odyssey. That's the problem. Because it's like, Christopher Nolan is such a stickler for visual effects that it kind of hurts the film in some cases. Like, it hurt Dunkirk, and it hurt Oppenheimer. And I'm not going to count Tenet, because Tenet came out in like the worst competitive year for visual effects ever, where there was no competition whatsoever. Like, if COVID never happened, Tenet would have never even been nominated for visual effects. Let's be real here. So, I don't know. I don't know about the Odyssey. I have to see that first to see, like, what visual effects are even in the film. Godzilla minus 0 visual effects? I don't think that's going to happen. No. The reason why I don't think it's going to happen is because when you look at what nominations it got at VES and you look at the precursors, Godzilla minus 1 was very obviously number 5 to get the nomination for visual effects, but when you actually look at the nomination, but once, the overall Academy is voting, and not just visual effects artists, well then, they're going to vote for their favorite movie, and it just so happens that Godzilla minus 1 was the most acclaimed film in the category. So this year, it's looking to be way more, and also, like, that year was so not competitive for visual effects, like, there was just not a lot of good competition at all. This year, it's looking like there's going to be some strong competition. Potentially 3 movies in Best Picture and Best Visual Effects. You got an Avengers film, you got a Spider-Man film, Star Wars, all that good stuff. But I don't think with Godzilla minus 0, I don't think there's going to be enough competition. Or at least there's going to be too much competition. And again, I feel like even the first Godzilla minus 1 got the nomination at its 5th slot. I mean, if it does well, I think Godzilla minus 0 can get in because it did win. But here's the thing. It didn't win based off of, again, you look at the Visual Effects Society Awards, Godzilla minus 1 only got nominated for 1 award, and that was for Outstanding Animated Character in a Photoreal Feature. But it lost to Rocket Raccoon for Guardians 3. So what that tells me is that for the nominations, like, what that tells me is that for the nominations, the visual effects branch of the Academy didn't really, like, probably put Godzilla minus 1 at number 5. It probably got in that 5th slot. And when you bring that to the overall Academy where everyone's voting, they're going to vote for that as the winner because it's the most, like, that was the best movie in the category. And so with this, considering there's much more competition, I just don't think Godzilla minus 0 is going to get in. And it doesn't matter if it really, like, does well. It's like, other than Sinners, which I don't know, like, that's the rare exception. I don't know how you could explain that other than the fact that every single branch loved Sinners. You don't really get a visual effects nomination for being acclaimed. You get the win for being acclaimed, but not the nomination. I have a feeling Narnia's going to be mid, another Wicked for good. But we don't know that. Right now, the only thing we really have to go off of is that Greta Gerwig is directing Narnia, and she has a very strong track record for Best Picture films. Rank all the Best Picture winners from the last decade and tell me why you would rank in this way. Actually, this week, I'm going to put out a video where I rank every single Best Picture nominee from this decade. So you'll actually, like, you'll be able to see where I rank them here quite shortly, actually. But for me, since it won the Oscars, the franchise will still be in the convo. Plus, I don't think they're that big on superhero movies as much that it will put them in this year. But we don't really know that. Like, for one, Deadpool and Wolverine, that was never really a... Like in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't really a visual effects film. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of visual effects, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like you could see why they didn't get a nomination, because it's not like the most visual effects spectacle film out there. And it just so happens that with Fantastic Four, that film just didn't do well at all. But right here, like this year, I have to assume that an Avengers film, Avengers Doomsday, I have to assume that's going to get a nomination for visual effects. And with Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's like, I don't really want to doubt, like, if we get to like a streak of like, for example, if Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day both don't get nominated for visual effects, okay, then I'll start wondering if Marvel is actually strong in visual effects anymore. But right now, I do want to try to hedge my bets that, like, Doomsday and Spider-Man will probably be fine. And again, it's like... And once again, it's like, yeah, Godzilla Minus One won and put the franchise in the conversation, but that still doesn't really affect the fact that it probably was number 5. And it's like, let's face it, like, if Dune Part 2 did not move, then Godzilla Minus One probably wouldn't have even gotten the visual effects nomination. It probably wouldn't have gotten the nomination. It just probably was not that big of a priority for the actual visual effects branch. Next year, we're probably going to have a lot of blockbusters in Best Picture next year. That's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't feel good about having this many blockbusters in Best Picture. Like the Odyssey, Dune, Narnia, Project Hail Mary, potentially Disclosure Day. I don't think it's going to be like a big action film, but it's still going to be like genre stuff and might make a lot of money. I'm just not sure where this is going, you know? Just thought about this. How about we mourn Marty Supreme after it basically fell off a cliff? A little mourn. But I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't as much of a priority for me as Sinners was. But again, the main reason why we're at this funeral today is just the overall sense of good movies winning Best Picture. That era is over. Good movies don't win Best Picture anymore. So sadly, I'm sad. Yo! Thank you so much, Zechariah, for the super chat. Everybody, give Zechariah some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Thanks, Zechariah. Thanks. Hold on, I gotta wait for the blue Hannahcast heart emojis to pop up, or at least the emoji thing to work on my end. Who do you prefer, animation, Marvel, or DC? I'm not sure why animation is specifically separated, because like Marvel and DC, they do make animated movies, so I'm not sure what the argument is. In terms of what I prefer, I mean, it's kind of hard, because I feel like Marvel overall makes better, like, movies based on Marvel comics are usually better, but I do like DC characters more. But again, I'm not really sure how to answer the question, to be honest. Here lies Timothée Chalamet's hopes and dreams. What a baby. Not really, I'm just a SpongeBob reference. Do you think Jack Black will do a serious film like Adam Sandler has done recently? I think he tried to do that with Bernie like over 10 years ago, but that didn't end up working. So I feel like right now he might just be like trying to appeal to as much of it like his fan base as possible with like the whole Jack Black isms. But Gal Gadot, Hannahcast, she has terrific acting. Oh, no. All is fair when you have the crown. Don't you stand in my way. Don't beware. And you'll go down, down, down. In the dungeon you'll stay. You're on the wall. Now that the Oscars are over, it's time for Kids' Choice Awards predictions. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. One of these days, I need to actually, like, I really want to try to do more of those joke award shows, like how I did with the MTV Movie Awards at one point. I gotta try to do some joke reactions about the Kids' Choice Awards. Would you have given Logan more nominations? Yeah, I would have probably given Logan a lot of nominations. And probably a lot of wins, too. Did you see Megalopolis? Yes, and it sucked. If Oppenheimer didn't win Best Picture, do you think The Odyssey could be the frontrunner? I don't know, because, like, it's, like, I feel like what really helped Oppenheimer was that it was, like, a biopic winning, like, it was a biopic, like, it was traditional Oscar bait mixed in with modern filmmaking sensibilities that attracted younger voting members. So it kind of, like, you know, like, so, yeah. I feel like that was kind of, like, the perfect culmination of everything. Who's your dream collaborator if you touch base with everyone you enjoy? Not okay. I wouldn't say I've touched base with everyone I enjoy, but I mean I will say the collabing with the Oscar expert was definitely a dream come true. God, remember when we thought Megalopolis was an early Oscar contender? I didn't. I always thought, like, Megalopolis was like, are we really doing Megalopolis? Like, are people really trying to do Megalopolis? I don't know. Kids' Choice Awards, favorite movie, Honora. I am kind of wondering what's going to be a big contender of the Kids' Choice Awards. Wicked for Good definitely is going to be a big contender. Trying to think of like what else could win. Maybe Superman. That could be a big contender. Fantastic Four. K-pop Demon Hunter. Well, that's going to be in for for favorite animated movie. Like that's going to be in for favorite animated movie, not favorite movie. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. You landed on a deserted island. You could only choose between two films, one battle off another or Anora. What would you pick? Death. I Lied to You should have won over Golden, but Train Dream should have won over both. Is it just me? There's probably some people that would agree with you, but I mean, I would put I Lied to You and Golden above Train Dreams. I'm not even sure I would even nominate Train Dreams, to be honest. I mean, if I had to stick by their rule, I guess, like, maybe Train Dreams would get in. Because they only allow, like, up to 2 movies nominated for Best Original Song, or at least per movie. But, yeah. You should do a reaction to the Kids' Choice Awards nominations. Probably, maybe. I may, or like we vote on the Kids' Choice Awards, like, hey kids, it's time to react to the Kids' Choice Awards. Maybe How to Train Your Dragon could get some Kids' Choice Awards. Probably, like, that's not a bad, that's not bad to think about. I changed Train Dreams for last time I'd seen the sun. I would change either like the Diane Warren or the Diane Warren song or the Viva Verdi song in favor of that. Wait, what the hell? Yo! Thank you so much, Sherry Sugar, for the super chat. My God. Everyone, give Sherry Sugar some blue Hannahcast heart emojis for the $9.99 super chat. Thanks, Sherry Sugar. Thanks, Sherry Sugar. I had to step away from the season early, but still kept up with the videos. Just wanted to say thanks for all the content. Cannot wait for more chaos next one. Hey, thank you so much. And again, I'm not going anywhere. Like, starting next month, I will be doing, like, Oscar predictions for next year. So all that's still going to happen. So, hey, but I am going to do some retrospective videos. I'm going to try to do a collab with Brother Bro on cringing at old Oscar predictions. And I'm going to try and sometime this week, I'm going to upload a video where I rank every single Best Picture nominee of the 2020s. And honestly, I need to, like, do that one video where I need to rank every single film nominated for an Oscar this year. So yeah. But thank you so much, Sherry Sugar, for the super chat. What did you see what Ted Cruz said about the Best Picture winners of recent years? I'm willing to bet he just went on, like, a woke tangent, which is stupid. Like, I don't like most of the Best Picture winners this decade, but they have nothing to do with, like, how woke they are. It's just, I don't think they're good movies. I can't believe we were halfway through the 2020s. What the hell? Yeah, this is weird. Like, it's so weird that we've gotten to this point. I'm surprised that How to Train Your Dragon didn't get into visual effects. The Oscars always snubbed these movies. Like, it's okay. It's more weird in hindsight because I've always said I always did say that How to Train Your Dragon was not going to get a visual effects nomination. I really didn't think it was going to do that. But seeing as how it did get VES and even the BAFTA nomination, I am surprised that it didn't make the shortlist. I'm just like, wait, if it got those precursors, how did it not get the Oscar shortlist? So strange to me. I guess it isn't so bad that we do have the Kids' Choice Awards left, even though it's voted on very differently because I think the public votes for it. Also, I'm going to be real with you guys. This is where, like, it is just a commercial. Like stuff like the Kids' Choice Awards and the Teen Choice Awards, those when you look at the bottom, they said voted on by the public and other considerations. So basically, they're just like commercials. They're basically just commercials for like for like movies and TV shows and stuff. So it's like. Yeah, so it's like they don't really matter. I think it's just funny to like react to them as a joke, I think it's funny to react to the Kids' Choice Awards as a joke. Translation: we reserve the right to rig this. Exactly. Yeah. Why are the Odyssey so high? Nolan isn't a fave at the Oscars. I mean, I think it just kind of, okay, well, let's be fair here. He did win Best Picture and Director last time. And, like, it took him a while, but I feel like ultimately he did get there. And I think ultimately, when it comes to the Odyssey, what's going to happen is, like, as long as the Odyssey is not, like, weird. And like, as long as the Odyssey's not weird, like Tenet or Interstellar, like stuff that's just going to be a little bit isolating for the Academy. As long as it's not weird and it's very straightforward and very well made, I feel like it's going to get nominated for Best Picture. I think it'll probably get nominated for Best Picture. I think it's a decent bet to make right now, at least. Why Disclosure Day? Why so many sci-fi? I mean, because when you look at the directors, I can't really doubt them. Like, Dune Part 3, even Dune Part 2 got in for Best Picture, so it's like, I want to stick by that. Disclosure Day, that's Spielberg. It's not looking like, I don't think it's going to be like Ready Player One. I think it's going to be more like I think Disclosure Day is going to be more like Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Arrival, where it's more of a sci-fi drama. I have to, and if it's leaning more drama, then I think it's going to be a Best Picture thing. Project Hail Mary, obviously the reviews for that are through the roof, so I have to assume that's going to get in. So yeah. And Saturn Return, I don't think that's actually sci-fi. I think that's just what it's called. Is the upcoming war film Pressure a good choice as Brendan Fraser and Andrew Scott? I don't know. It looks like it's going to be Nuremberg because the cinematography doesn't look that interesting. So I don't want to bet on that, really. Why Michael's so low? It's a biopic of Michael Jackson. Problem, it's directed by Antoine Fuqua, who is a very, very, very hit-or-miss director. So I don't really think Michael's going to be... I don't really think Michael's going to pull it off. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of faith in Michael right now. And it can't suck... Oh, that's the big thing. I mean, yeah, if Disclosure Day gets a bad reviews, then yeah, it's kind of cooked. What do you got for animated and international? I'm not gonna lie, it might take me a while to do international feature predictions because I have no idea what's going to get nominated. I have no idea what's going to get nominated, what's going to end up being the front runner. So international might take a while. Animated is going to be a lot easier because, there's only so many animated movies that come out. Here's what I'm thinking for animated feature. Toy Story 5, I don't really see a reason to doubt Toy Story 5 for best animated feature right now. Wildwood, this is Laika's newest film, so I don't really want to doubt that. Hoppers, reviews for this movie are really good and it's doing really well at the box office, so again, I don't want to doubt that for best animated feature. Shaun the Sheep, The Beast of Mossy Bottom. I mean, look, I don't see a reason to doubt it. I just don't. It's Shaun the Sheep. It's Aardman. They do pretty... As long as it gets very good reviews, I don't think there's a reason to doubt it. And then Julian from Cartoon Saloon. Again, do I really want to doubt this? Not really. I don't really want to doubt Julian. You know, obviously there's some other prospects, like, you know... actually, wait, what was this? Forgotten Island from DreamWorks. I'm kind of looking to see what this could be. You know, there's Hex, the other Disney animated film coming, like the Disney animation film coming out this year. So yeah, there's a lot of options. I think there's a biopic fatigue right now. Also, Michael will definitely do well box office though. I don't know if it's really, you know, biopic fatigue, because it's really just more like, you know, I think what it really is just like there weren't really many strong biopics last year. There just weren't really that many strong biopics. Thoughts on I Swear being eligible for the Oscars in 2027? I don't really think it's going to be a thing at the Oscars. I know some people are thinking that it's going to be a thing, but I don't know. I feel like people might, like, stay away from it. Sadly. Did you see the speculation that Disclosure Day might be a stealth split-style sequel follow-up to Close Encounters of a Third Kind? I don't know. I don't really want to... I don't know if I should... If I buy that, really. I don't think so. What about Hex to get good reviews? Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know if it's going to get good reviews quite yet. I think Mario Galaxy will snuff Michael's box office, sadly. I mean, Mario Galaxy is going to make a shit ton of money, so yeah. Any hope for The Bride? The only nomination I have The Bride getting the only nomination I have The Bride getting in is makeup, because they genuinely don't... Oh, yeah, werewolf. Because they genuinely don't really care if your movie is very good or not, or very well received. So... I'm willing to put in The Bride for makeup, but that's about it. Wuthering Heights, any chance? Not really, to be honest. I don't think so. No one seems to really like it. I think it, you know, it might get some precursors. It might get Critics' Choice. It might get a couple of guilds in the period categories. But ultimately, I don't think the Oscars are going to care much about it. I don't think the Oscars are going to really care about it. Like, for example, costume design. This is kind of what I have right now. I have The Odyssey, Narnia, Werewolf, Wild Horse 9, Michael... Actually, I need to... wait, Sense and Sensibility. Who's doing this? Oh. I guess I don't... But, like, Jack of Spades. I should probably put this a little bit higher. Lots of people have 1949. Thoughts? The director of Ida and Cold War. Maybe... But I don't know. I need to see what I do want to try to see what the response for the film is. Like, if people are really passionate about it, then maybe. Michael definitely in costume design and hair and makeup. Hair and makeup is where, like, again, it's one of those makeup and hairstyling is one of those categories where it genuinely does not matter if they like the movie. They will nominate the dumbest movies for makeup. Or the movie, or even in movies that no one's even heard of. I'm not gonna, you know, take much stock in Wicked for Good missing, because that was just so clearly like everyone in the Academy said, we're not doing this. We're not doing this movie. No. Madden could do something. For makeup, I'm expecting yes. I think it can happen for makeup. The entertainment system is down is going to be a very interesting movie. Man, I'm not excited for it because I really did not like Triangle of Sadness. You're predicting Nuremberg this year? What? Nuremberg was a thing last year. That was eligible for last year's Oscars. Or technically this year's Oscars, I should say. It's not going to be there next year. You know what I mean. Parallel Tales from Iran, or from Iran, winning director, might be a nom for international or France film contender. Maybe. We'll have to see how everything goes. I just don't really know what the competition is going to be like for international films. Is the entertainment system is down? Even coming out next year. I have no idea. I have no idea if it's going to. I have Tom Cruise in for actor because of narrative and it's Tom Cruise. I have no idea what to do with Digger because, like, someone mentioned this earlier. Digger is either going to be a top Best Picture contender or it is going to be... It's either going to be that or it's going to be... Like, it's either going to be like a top 3 contender or it's going to be nothing. Another French contender for an Iranian film? I don't know. I mean, it could happen. We don't know. I don't know. Avengers Doomsday? Any chance? Nah. Digger looks like one battle after another. Again, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this film. I think Digger's getting hair and makeup. I mean, they do have Kazuhiro doing the makeup, so that's interesting. Terrence Malick's new film is 4 hours and is about Jesus. Thoughts? I just don't know if this movie even exists, to be honest. I don't know if it even exists. It's like, where is The Way of the Wind? Where is that film? It's been, like, coming out for a long time, which is usually not that good. Dune 3 trailer tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Rivals of Amzaya King. What's going on there? I think it's dead. Like this, it has like a nobody distributor. I think it's just not going to happen. It starts 2027 or 2028. Okay, it's hard to describe it because like there's the ceremony and there's the movie year. The Oscars after next year. So for the movies that are coming out in 2027, the movies that come out in 2027, those will be eligible for the best stunt category, for the best stunt design category that the next year. So yeah. Do you think Chalamet's ego cost him the Oscar? No, I really don't. I really think it just has more to do with they just did not respond well to Marty Supreme. I think people were kind of turned off by Marty Supreme. It did very well in nominations, but even then, it kind of underperformed in some respects. It did underperform. And I think what it came down to is like people were just not really passionate about the film. And ultimately, Sinners was a bigger contender, was a stronger, more passionate contender. And I think that's why Chalamet lost the Oscar. Oh, what do you got in tech category? Sound and visual effects? I don't think I have sound quite yet. But for visual effects, this is what I have. I have Dune, Narnia, Project Hail Mary, Avengers Doomsday, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't know what to do about the Odyssey, because I don't know if that's actually going to be a visual effects film or if it's going to be like, you know, Oppenheimer, where it doesn't really have a lot of visual effects going on, or they're not really that great. I have no idea. So yeah, I got 3 Best Picture films in there and a couple of Marvel films. I was gonna do The Mandalorian and Grogu because it's Star Wars, but man, they just made this thing look like The Mandalorian, and I don't know if it actually happens this time. Do we still bet on Luca Guadagnino? He has Artificial coming this year, maybe. No, I will never ever bet on a Luca Guadagnino film ever again. No, I am not doing it. Nope. He's a one-hit wonder with Call Me By Your Name, and then nothing else has come close. Hell, no movie since Call Me By Your Name of his has gotten nominated for any Oscars. So I would say absolutely not. I feel like people are just tired of Star Wars. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's like, for example, whenever that Ryan Gosling, Star Wars movie comes out, I think that will be a visual effects contender. But The Mandalorian, I don't know what it is. The way they filmed it just doesn't look like a movie. It looks very weird. And I think that may hurt it in a lot of categories. Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg have upcoming movies. Who's most likely to be a nomination? I don't know what Michael Cera is doing, to be honest. So I'm going to assume Jesse Eisenberg, but again, I don't know. Is Narnia going to do a Harry Potter thing where they have a different director directing each entry? I have no idea. I don't really. I'm going to assume it's just going to be Greta Gerwig doing them, but again, I don't know. Visual effects definitely, but in general, it might just be Tron or Thunderbolts. Oh, wait for what? Like Star Wars? Again, I don't know. For Mandalorian and normally I would not doubt a Disney Star Wars film because they all got nominated for visual effects. Even the last 2 did. And nobody really liked, nobody saw Solo and nobody liked The Rise of Skywalker, and yet those still got in. Deservedly so. But the thing is, Mandalorian and Grogu, that movie's visual effects doesn't even look as good as those movies' visual effects. It's shot weird. It looks like The Mandalorian. It looks like Mandalorian level visual effects, which would be amazing on TV, but in terms of a movie, it looks rather bland. So, I don't know. Again, I don't want to completely discount Mandalorian and Grogu, but I don't know. I think it depends on how well. I need to see the film for myself, to be honest, to see okay, is this going to be a visual effects film contender? I just don't know. Hunger Games best casting? No. It's probably going to be very, very best picture centric. If The Odyssey gets nominated for best casting, where does the conversation go? Could a star-stacked cast be the cheat code? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know where this is going to go. I'm just going to assume it's going to be a very best picture centric kind of, category, probably. You want to bet on films that are going to be like really strong in best picture. Sarah Haley Finn deserves a casting nom, dude. She's like basically built the MCU. I agree. I think she's done a really good job casting the MCU for the most part. Like a lot of characters in the MCU are very well cast. Where do you see the drama going? Zendaya and Robert first noms? Nah, I think it's just going to be like a Gen Z horny movie. Like Challengers was, but ultimately at the end of the day, no one ends up caring. You know what I mean? I feel like I think it's just going to be like a Gen Z millennial horny movie. Sinners should have won casting. My vote. Shit. Like, I would have gone with Hamnet for the win, personally, but I would have much preferred Sinners to win casting over One Battle After Another, to be honest. Did you like Creed? I love Creed. Might be one of my favorite sequels. And if we're just going by, like, one sequel per franchise. Did you like that Creed didn't win any Oscars? See, it's tough because it's like Sylvester Stallone did give a very good performance, but also he's not how do I describe it? He's also problematic. Like, he's also a Trump supporter. So do I feel bad that he lost? Not really. I don't really feel bad that he lost. So, But other aspects of the film, but then again, I don't know if I would give it the win for any awards. I don't know. If I can't do Sylvester Stallone, I would nominate it for a bunch of awards, yeah, but like the win? I don't know. I can't really think of anything. Best documentary. Once Upon a Time in Harlem is a Sundance favorite. Maybe that's for documentary. I mean, if you looked at my Oscar predictions, you'll notice that I didn't do documentary until really, really late in the game, because I don't know what goes on in documentary, so you might not see me try to predict the documentary category for a very, very long time. Do you think Dominic Sessa has the potential to be the youngest Best Actor winner? I don't know. I mean, there's always the potential, but it depends on the right film. It kind of depends on everything, to be honest. I just don't know. Did you like that Black Panther got a Best Picture nomination? Back then, I like Black Panther. I don't know if I would give it a Best Picture nomination. I don't know. But nowadays I've very much warmed up to it. It's like, okay, yeah, like the writing is because I always thought it was really good, but I was like, would I nominate for Best Picture? I don't know. Because especially during the actual superhero sequences, it wasn't very strong at that. Like, the effects especially were pretty terrible. But again, the writing is very good. I mean, let me look here. I need to actually see if I would actually nominate Black Panther for Best Picture. I don't think I did. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I guess I did end up, actually end up changing my mind. So yeah, I think nowadays I probably would nominate Black Panther for Best Picture because everything else in the movie was so strong. Again, the writing was strong, the acting was strong. But yeah, I really do feel like if the effects and superhero action was just a lot better, it would maybe be the best MCU movie. But as is, it's just like, yeah. I mean, obviously not. I should say, but obviously it's strong enough to be in Best Picture. I think it's a great film, but God, it's just that CGI in that movie is so bad. Like, if it had the action and CGI of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, oh, we're talking about like top tier MCU. Michael B. Jordan was miles better in Black Panther than Sinners. I don't agree. I think he did give a better performance in Sinners. I think his performance in Sinners was better. But again, like, it's just really competitive. Ben Affleck is coming back with a movie about the kidnapping of a son of an LA's mayor candidate. Thoughts? Or maybe? Is it based on... I don't know. Even if it's based on a true story, it sounds more like a thriller than an actual Best Picture thing. I don't know. Why do you have Wild Horse 9? Sorry I came late. You've been here for a while, so I don't know. Like, what? But anyways, I'm doing Wild Horse 9 because it's Martin McDonagh. He's directing the film. He directed 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and The Banshees of Inisherin. And you could argue both of those movies were number 2 for Best Picture. So I think, well, considering those 2 films were very, very strong, it's not impossible to believe that Wild Horse 9 could be Martin McDonagh's time. What animated films from the 2020s could have sneaked into the Oscars for 10 for Best Picture? You also must take one movie from each year and put it out to put in an animated film that you choose. Oh, easily. Okay. So if I could put in an animated film for Best Picture, well, that's easy because I think every year there's, like, in the 2020s, there's been at least one bad Best Picture winner. So all I have to do is just choose one. And yeah, so let's see, 2020, I would take out Nomadland and put in Soul. 2021, I'd take out Licorice Pizza and put in The Mitchells versus the Machines. 2022, I would take out Triangle of Sadness and put in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Or, actually, yeah, I'll probably do that. I was about to say maybe Everything Ever All at Once because I don't want that to win Best Picture. But Triangle of Sadness I just think is worse. So yeah. And then 2023, I would easily take out Poor Things and put in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. 2024, take out Anora and put in Flow. And then this year, I would take out One Battle After Another and put in K-Pop Demon Hunters. Did you like Don't Look Up? I like Don't Look Up. I don't love it. Like, it's weird because I feel like it could have been a lot better. Mainly, I thought the movie was mostly great until that stupid mid-credits scene with the aliens. I thought it was so dumb. It was so dumb and badly written. It was literally that bad. But yeah, overall, I liked the film. Who do you think is going to be your next Honora or One Battle After Another? I mean, I don't know. It's gonna, like, I'm not going to be able to see that coming because I was looking forward to Honora. I was looking forward to One Battle After Another, ultimately. So it's just like, you know, I don't know if I can say. I can't quite say. Oh, a favorite Timothée Chalamet film and performance. Favorite Timothée Chalamet film? Dune Part 2. My favorite performance of his? Probably Marty Supreme, to be honest. There's a Spanish film, The Beloved, starring Javier Bardem, that is similar to Sentimental Value, with father, daughter, director, actress dynamic. Let's see who is directing this film. Let me look and see. The Beloved. I need to see it. Well, for one, if this movie's even coming out this year. Again, I need to see who's doing this. Okay, so I've never heard of this director before. Rodrigo Sorogoyen. The Beast, May God Save Us. The Realm, Riot Police, Mother, Stockholm, Mother. Oh, okay, so he has 2 movies named Mother. Okay, so I have no... Wait. Oh, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Live Action Short Film. Huh. So he is a previous Oscar nominee. All right, I might actually have to take a look out for this. I'm not gonna lie, sincerely, Ujo, that's what I might actually keep my eye on because previous nominee, not gonna lie, it's very enticing, and you got Javier Bardem. Heading out, Hannahcast, see you. Bye, Troel, bye. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I think I'll probably end the stream at 7:30, and right now it's 7:24. Yeah. So I'll probably maybe end the stream in about 6 minutes or so. So yeah. Being Human, by the director of Coda, starring Mark Ruffalo, Dylan O'Brien. Being Human. Let me look at Being Human. '27 prediction outside the awards. The drama, the controversy, speeches, moments. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is the wrong Being Human. Oh, wrong one. Overall, the ceremony, I feel like, mostly went well. I really hated the, them cutting off the speeches. I think that was really bad. I think that really, really sucks. But other than that, I thought a lot of the stuff, Conan was obviously great as the host. You know, I love the Sinners and K-pop Demon Hunters performances. So yeah. Oh, Being Human. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's. Okay, so that's it. Being Human is by Sean Heater. I don't think Timothy won't. I think Timothy won't win until he's 40. I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know for sure. We don't really know. Also, I just realized Josephine, since it got picked up by like a nobody distributor, I'm probably gonna put this like way down there. Also, High Sight's probably not even gonna come out, but we'll have to see. They played off the speeches because of the time limit. I mean, yeah, I know there's a time limit, but it's still rude. You know, a lot of these other people get to make like 5-minute long speeches. Like, why do we gotta cut everyone else off like that? I think it's just rude. And you could even hear members of the Academy. You could even hear the Academy booing the Oscars for cutting off the team behind K-pop Demon Hunters when they're accepting Best Original Song and they got played off. So, yeah. That made me mad. Yeah, it's just rude. It's hopefully when YouTube, you know, starts hosting the Oscars out like at the 101st Academy Awards, hopefully they don't like get as strict with, you know, the time limits and stuff. Hopefully they don't, you know, start like hopefully they don't like play people off that much. Excited for Cannes. I'm looking forward to see what happens. Sure, yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens there. I'm tired. The season was long. See y'all in May. Good night. I mean, hey, look, you don't have to say goodbye right now. I mean, I'm still going to be making videos. I'm still going to be making videos like all throughout the year. Like, you know, don't say goodbye. Just say see you later, you know? Like be here for the next video and the next stream. I'm still going to be streaming as well. Six or 7 minutes. Ooh. Thoughts on Danny Boyle's upcoming Ink with Guy Pearce? Who is do I think? I'm not sure what that means, but I don't know what Ink is about. I don't really know that much about Ink. But I will say we got about a minute until the we do got about a minute until the stream is until we hit 7:30. This has been a very successful stream. Thank you guys so much. Oh. What are you planning to post from now throughout the next award season? A number of different things. Like I do have some videos in the works right now. Like like I said, this week I'm going to be posting a video for like where I rank every single Best Picture nominee of the 2020s. And I'm also going to be once I finish a couple of films, I'm going to try to rank every movie nominated for an Oscar this year. And I got a collab coming up with Brother Bro from the Oscar Expert channel, where we cringe at old Oscar predictions. So that's going to be really fun. So yeah, guys, like I said, you know, it is a sad day. Again, bad movies win Best Picture now. Today is the death, or today we mourn the loss of Best Picture of Best Picture movies being good. You know, good movies don't win Best Picture anymore, sadly. So this is good. This is a dark time for all of us right now. So yeah. And in any case, guys, now I'm gonna pass the question off to you. What do you think is the worst Best Picture winner ever? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and be sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, we'll be in the casket next year.